Data modeling is the biggest step in the development of an application using databases. Frankly, this whole class is going to make me feel old because I remember doing a lot of these things. Let's put it that way. And for me being a programmer, it really helps that I can try to put something on paper, or we used whiteboards really, to design just like you do in objects and object-oriented programming. It's going to be very similar in the overall process of building a model for an application. Now remember, an application is going to be for a business, so you're going to have rules, procedures, segregation of access and controls. You don't want a customer to be able to mess with some type of, well, payroll or anything else like that, but you do want them to make sure that they have access to go ahead and leave a deposit for some buy that they just did, or you want to make sure that they're able to order something. So notice there'll be different ways of accessing the data that we have to think about. We have to think about the business process. So you're going to hear that a lot in these set of notes. The business process it's going to take some research. Every business is different. You might have to have some adjustments in the business process to do with the data model, but I hope not. But the data model itself is the overall design, and we'll get into a little bit more of that here specifically. But each model, now I want to show you the different models that we have here. File system. So a lot of these, file system, yeah, database, remember, a database is really a file. It just has a lot of data that's in there. But anyway, so relational, we'll talk about relational, we'll talk about object-oriented, we'll get into barely a little bit of XML, which wasn't super crazy about anyway, and hybrid DBMS. These are different data models on how we developed a database that fit, frankly, the newest and greatest. So notice, by the way. So if you look at the timeline here, MySQL has been around for 50 years. And things have changed in that time. Technology has gotten better. How much data we can hold has gotten better. How the servers react to different, well, like support and other items like that. Speed's of the essence. Can you imagine you had to wait to order something? Wow. But anyway, wait to get to my age. All of these are going to have different quirks. They're going to have advantages, different advantages. They're also going to have abstraction levels, and that literally means the same abstraction levels as we talk about in OOP programming. So all of these are going to have their things about it. We're going to talk about most of the models, but think of this as our foundation of how we start building a conceptual model of a database for a business process.